Hi everyone, it's Ross, and in today's video we're going to be looking at something called Goumi. It's a Goumi berry, and also something called a honeyberry. We grow a lot of weird things back here in this property, and it's really nice to grow something unusual, taste it for the first time, and just be really pleasantly surprised. The honeyberry is a great example of that. I've really learned to like these things. That's a really good piece of fruit. And it's not the sweetest thing. It's sort of tart. But it's got a really complex, interesting berry flavor that's kind of like kiwi. Sort of like a grape. And if I go in here and I pick more for you guys, this one here, this variety, is actually quite large. You can see that's like, it's really juicy. It's actually pretty soft, this one. It's bigger than my thumbnail. It's just so cool to grow something, have it come to life, cultivate it for a number of years, finally get to taste it, and it's just worth the wait. The same thing is happening here with the Goumi berry. The Goumi berry, by the way, I think these guys are only 2 years old. This is their second spring, or their third. This is their third spring, so they're 2 years old. But you can see the fruits are now turning red, and I'm having trouble actually protecting it. This net doesn't seem to be doing the greatest job, so I think what I'm going to do is get myself a larger net, because the birds are getting to these. And when the birds start getting at them, you know that they're ready. And I've been struggling also to find some that are perfectly red, but I did get to try some out here, not on camera. But if I take one of these off, let's see if I can find the most red one out here. I think the birds have been definitely getting their fill here. This is probably the most red, actually. And we'll try this one and talk to you guys about what this tastes like. So it's quite astringent, and it's more astringent the less ripe they are, but it's not overpoweringly astringent like a unripe persimmon. You know, that's an edible, but it's kind of more like a green banana. Like, you kind of get that astringency from a green banana, but it's not like long lasting on your tongue. It's a nice little shot of astringency. And then because this is so juicy, and it's also pretty sweet, it goes right away. So I'm getting really excited about this fruit because it's really unusual. I mean, you're never gonna see this one in the stores. You're never gonna have people that are like, you know, obsessed over it, but I really like this fruit. And I think the astringency is not a bad thing. I think it really actually helps out the flavor. It kind of tastes, my friend Tony described it as a pie cherry meeting something else. I forget exactly what he said, but for me it's more of like some weird berry flavor that's juicy, that's kind of sweet, not super sweet, but then there's a shot of astringency right in the beginning that hits you. And I bet you if I can get them perfect, the astringency would pretty much probably be gone. But I like the astringency. I don't mind picking them like this and eating them like this. Now there is a seed in the side, so you spit the seed out, but for me, I don't mind that at all. And I like the mouthfeel. I like that astringency in my mouth, kind of like, it's almost like a dry wine, leaving a nice lingering flavor on your palate. I'm kind of getting that with the astringency. It really is nice. But this is really it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to growing Goumi, I have to say. You kind of plant this thing, it does its own thing. It's a nitrogen fixer, it grows really quickly. And in its third year now, it's putting out really quite a bit of fruit. And we can prune this, and I am going to prune this even harder to kind of keep this lower in height. Let it spread out maybe horizontally, because we have a kiwi vine right above it that eventually is going to probably shade out most of this Goumi berry here. But for both of these, the honeyberry and the Goumi berry, I mean, these are not berries that everybody's gonna love, but if you have a, you know, a better palate, I should say, and you're more curious and you really like fruit, you will certainly love this. And I'm really happy I have this. This is really awesome. I'm gonna protect the rest of these. We're gonna pick them at probably different degrees of ripeness, figure out where I like this the best. And overall, I'm just really happy that I planted this 3 years ago. All right, guys, take care. That was the Goumi berry, also the honeyberry in the beginning. Grow them at home. And take care, guys. We'll catch you for tomorrow's video.